beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Diamond, and I'm a certified plant-based nutrition coach living a whole food, plant-based lifestyle for health and well-being. And it gave me my life back. And I know it can help you with yours too. And I believe it's going to help carry me through my upcoming surgery to remove a cancerous mass and help me heal faster than if I wasn't eating plants or living this way. I truly believe it. So, I'd like to start off today with an enormous amount of gratitude and love to everyone all over the world. We have received messages of love and support, determination, hope, prayers, and friendship from viewers, from family, friends, strangers, and the medical staff, and more. It's truly a beautiful blessing, and we want to not only acknowledge, but we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts and souls. We really, really appreciate our community and all the love. So go ahead and say hello in the chat if you haven't yet. I would love to hear from you. And if you're watching this as a replay, well, you can still comment and ask questions, and I will respond as soon as I can. So let me check the chat here. Who do we have here, honey? Hey, Jill Caperton is in the house. She Jill, good to see you. Who else? Oh, Deborah Barr is here. Hi, Deborah. She says, hi, Jennifer and Todd. She put a heart. And let's see, Mona's here. Hi, Mona Arendt. Hello, everyone. Apple369. Hi, everyone. Hi, Apple. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see, is this in the way or are we good? Yeah, we're good. Todd says we're good. We're going to try to make some juice today. All right. So, well, yes, you're probably noticing, hey, she's not wearing her weighted vest. No, and that's okay. But if you wear a weighted vest, come on, put it on. Okay. Don't forget how important our bones are and the weights that help our bones. I have some wrist weights on today, and I decided not to wear the weighted vest, and I'll talk about why, because of something that I had done yesterday. But I don't wear it 24 hours a day, and I certainly don't sleep in it. But I do try to wear it often. And so if you notice that I'm not wearing it, that's why. Let's see. Oh, Judy Andrews, 23. Hello. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. It's really great to see you here in the chat. Okay, so after last week's share about my health condition, and if you missed it, you can watch the replay on my YouTube channel where I share all the details about some interesting findings. But I want to tell you, we know lots of people that want to understand what's happened this past week in particular, and when is my surgery scheduled for, and so many other things. So we just thought we would share that with you, all things about last week. And Todd is going to be coming in a little bit as well to help with that. I see Mona says, I want that t-shirt. Well, speaking of t-shirts, we are going to be releasing some shirts soon for sale, and this may be one of them. So I appreciate hearing that you would be interested. And Todd's been having a lot of fun making some new ones, and just not to give it away, but they have to do with throwing it in the bucket. And if you watched last week, you'll know what we're talking about. And if not, well, gosh, you better get on it. So Judy Andrews says, been praying for you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Whole food, plant-based nut. Lisa, hey, good afternoon. Good to see you here. Good to see everyone. So yes, so we're going to share about everything about last week. Also, I want to share about my food. And how it's working and how it's not working for me. My plan as I heal, which is going to evolve, but we could talk about it if you wanted more. So I also thought it would be fun if we made some fresh carrot juice with you as well. And please feel free to ask any questions or share any of your thoughts in the chat with us. We are here live to do that. So part of me sharing and bringing you along is to not only be transparent when things are tough, but to hopefully support others in a similar situation, or support a family member or a spouse who's walking through a health ordeal with their family member. You know, we are here to support all of you in the good and the challenging. And I believe that no one should walk through scary health situations alone. I know that sharing sometimes can be overwhelming, but we're here for you, and we want to share what we're going through as we go through it, or shortly after, in hopes to help more people. So anyways, okay. So the day after my live last week, last Tuesday, Todd and I went and saw a doctor. It was a surgical oncologist, somebody that specializes in removing, is surgically removing things that are cancerous or masses, or I don't know what else he does, but that's my understanding. And that was going to be our third opinion with a very skilled doctor that we saw. And I'd like to talk about him. So he is came highly recommended, and he is with a system out here called Banner. It's a very large system, and there's Mayo Clinic, there's Banner, there's City of Hope, and then there's private entities. There's Dignity Health and Honor, and on and on. We have lots of systems, but we wanted to talk with him and just, hear about it. I know I shared last week that we were going to talk about, we kind of decided the direction we were going with City of Hope, and that still remains true. But I really wanted to hear what his professional input would be. So, Todd, come on in. Let's, Todd was with me. We went in and we saw him. I'll share a little bit, and then you share a little bit. Hey, say hello.
Hey, hello. my
people always. I could take
no,
this
no,
off.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
We could do that.
It's gray. I'm camouflaged behind it.
No, it's okay. We'll move it for now.
Okay.
And then when you want, I can move it back.
Okay.
But yeah, and people always think, people ask me, wow, is Todd really that short?
No.
I'm wearing a little bit of a shoe that's got just like a little, it's not a heel by any means, but it gives me a little cush. And he's also bending down, and I'm trying to stand up. But if we back up just a second, let everybody see this is really our real height.
It's very cute.
Okay. So anyways, we saw this doctor. We went in, and he seemed very, like high strung, and he had lots of papers, and he was really quick, and he spoke very quickly. And, I thought that he was super qualified. I had a hard time. I was going back and forth. But it's not just the doctor. It's the experience. And I feel for me anyways, for us, it's the unit, with City of Hope, they have a lot of they put together a group for us, or what would you call it?
A team.
A team.
I mean, literally right out of the gate, they had assembled a team, running the gamut from,
everything.
Just a nurse you could call 24 hours a day to, surgical people, to support people.
Yeah. And so this doctor, he was very good. He showed us on like a picture where it was, what he would be doing, and then gave us, I'm speeding this up. You can interject anything you want, but he gave us a date, to schedule May 18th. I was like, wow, that's way far out. But then he said, you know, but within the next couple of days, let me see if I can move, if I can adjust things and I can get you in sooner. And he did. His team did call, or his assistant or whoever does the scheduling, and said he could take me April 16th, which is like in 2 days. So we sat on that for the weekend, and ultimately we decided not to do that. So it's like, do you go with the fastest? I want it out, right? Or do you go with taking a little bit back, a couple steps back, and do things that are a little bit more fine-tuned, I would call it, So before I go into what that means, did you want to share anything about that experience with that doctor?
No, I mean, I think he was incredibly smart. Totally different bedside manner than the others that we had spoken to, and they're all going to be different, right? Yeah. And I don't say that to be negative. He was just different.
Yeah.
Jennifer and I have different personalities. That doesn't make one good or bad.
It doesn't. Okay, I'm just kidding, honey. Okay, so anyways, oh really? Colleen says, did it start? I have clock running, start in 2 minutes. No, it's going.
Yeah, we're going, Colleen.
Hopefully, everybody else, can you see us? Let us know. Well,
Mona says, wow, that's fast, so she can obviously hear us. So
yeah. Okay. So anyways, we decided not to go that route. Now okay, so going into what I had done and all of that, I think before we do that, I'd like to just quickly talk about a PET scan. Does anyone know what a PET scan is? PET, it's short for
PET.
Okay, so I've had an MRI with contrast. I've had a CT scan with contrast, with and without, and there's another scan that we heard and learned about called the PET scan. And can you share, because you're really good at, because I kind of mix them up still, the difference between the MRI and CT, just generally, we're not.
So in a very non-scientific sort of explanation.
How we understand it.
Right. So an MRI and a CT apparently are really good for analyzing structure. Right. So there is a thing, it's this big, it's this shape, it's located here. And that's what that's for.
Right.
The PET scan
uses, as we understand,
I understand, it uses a similar approach in terms of a contrast or a dye that's injected into your body that it can then track and trace. But it looks at a more metabolic state, not a structural state. So this contrast that they inject you with is pretty high in like sugar content.
It's like a sugar, and it's supposed to gravitate.
And then they look for where it coalesces or coagulates or bunches up in the body, which is typically, if it's not delivering a false positive, is an area of concern if you're chasing cancer, right? So they use it to say, hey, look, there's a big bright spot here with all this stuff.
We should check it out.
We should look at that, or we already know about it, or let's talk about it later down the treatment plan.
Yeah.
So did I explain that?
I mean, that's how I understand it. We're not medical professionals, but that's what we understood. So we have a friend who was encouraging us, who's in the medical field, and encouraged us to try to get a PET scan prior to the surgery because it may give us very valuable information. And so we had been asking the oncologist, the gastroenterologist, my personal regular doctor, and the 3 other surgeons. Everybody said no. Everybody said no. And when we pressed, we just want it for our own, peace of mind. And if I can get it for free and I don't have to have the insurance company and money's not a thing, because I have, an opportunity through a friend, that is a possibility. It's not an easy thing because it's not in this state, but, just to see, would that make a difference? Is it insurance based, or what is it? And kind of what we were told, but what we were told was, it's not necessary. We have everything we need. And if we get false readings, it will confuse things. It will slow things up because we'll have to go down this rabbit hole to check out whatever was lighting up. And then we can't do the surgery because we're waiting and chasing something that's nothing. Well, the reason that we were told that it might be good to have it in advance is because once the anatomy changes, once they do their thing, you can never go back and get that baseline again.
Yeah.
So that's been really tough. And some places say that certain cancers, they order it. It's just ordered. And most of them said, if you need it in the future, we would order it. But nobody wants to order it now. This one says it's not my wheelhouse. It's that one's, it's this one's, and that one says it's not necessary. And it's this whole thing. So, you know, you might be going through something. It might not be this, but we are our best advocates.
Yep.
And when you don't feel good or when you're going through something, it's good to have somebody else on your, on your team, and you're helping you, whoever that may be, a friend, a family member, a spouse, whatever. And if there's something that you want, I think that it's important to dig and try to get that, and if it's finding another doctor or finding somebody that's listening to you, great. But I also feel like we've exhausted everything and we want to move forward, almost everything, right?
Almost everything.
And we heard from the last doctor this morning that they said, it's not in our wheelhouse, go to this one and that one. And we've already gone to this one and that one. So
We'll figure it out.
yeah. Did you want to share anything else that you know about PET scan or that you feel regarding
I
our situation?
I don't know much more than what I already explained, but I agree that, and we had this conversation a little bit, right? This is your life, your body, your decisions. And if this is something you want to do, it's something we're going to get done. And it's just that simple.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that could be in your case too, if you're watching this and you're trying to figure out direction or what you're doing. It's okay and it's important to stand up for what you feel is right, and definitely have an understanding of what's going on and reasons why. I mean, I think that's important. That's why I'm sharing that. So.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So the next thing let's see. Well, let's just check the chat here for a minute.
You need to say hi to
yes.
Natalie.
Hey, Natalie Dixon's here.
And
yes,
John
we can see
Jew.
you. John Jew. Hello, everybody.
And Colleen.
Oh, she had to
Restart.
Okay, good. I'm glad that worked out. And very smart. Okay, so everybody, thank you again for being here. If you missed the beginning, hey, you can go back and rewatch it. So I'm kind of jumping around. I'm sorry if I am. I'm just wanting to share things as they come up. So I want to also talk about my, I had something done yesterday. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that, but I'm kind of trying to go in order of the week.
Okay.
And so then the next day, I had a 1-hour free consultation with Oasis of Healing out here in Arizona, which is a naturopathic oncologist center here in Arizona. There are other ones too. Like I know there's one called Hope for Cancer in Mexico. They have 2 locations, and there are other ones as well. But I just wanted to share a little bit about that experience and what gave me some red flags, and maybe I might want to look elsewhere. But I called and spoke to them. I wanted to learn about their center, what they do, and if they, what their price is. I don't believe they accept insurance. And they said, no, we absolutely only accept cash or credit card, but no insurance. And their fees, they're expensive. They only take a certain amount of people. And once it's for this blocked time, they gave me like 7 weeks. And during that time, they do all kinds of wonderful things. They teach about food, the good food, the food that we know about here. They have cooking classes, and they juice, and they do all kinds of IVs that are like vitamin C infusions, and just an array of all kinds of things. They even do something where they use heat and oxygen and all these wonderful things. And so they said, if you want, you can have a free consultation with our doctor here. Hey, okay. So we signed up. Yeah. And I spoke with that guy for an hour. He had my medical records in advance. And basically, I need to have the surgery, be recovered, be able to eat. And they do a lot of coffee enemas, and they do a lot of colonics, and they do all kinds of things. So you have to be in a certain place. And then I guess they also support you if you are doing chemotherapy or different kinds. So one thing I asked during the conversation towards the end was that I was wondering if they had any kind of financial, what do you call it?
Assistance, payment plans, scholarships.
Scholarships, or if they help in any way, it's a lot of money up front. They and they're open about it, and we should be too. I think they wanted, what they say, $15,000 up front, and then it's between $10,500 and $13,300 is the range. But of course, it depends on you, and they can recommend, I don't know, a couple months, 7 weeks, So wow, that's for us. I mean, that's a lot of money. So I wanted to know what my options were. And then immediately after we hung up, we agreed that I would keep in touch with them. And when I get to the point where I could utilize their services, if I wanted to, then we would reach out. And so the original person that I spoke with called immediately. I didn't pick up the phone because it was still, the ringer was still off, and I missed the call. At the same time, she emailed me, and the messages were basically, I'm really confused. I save these spots for serious people. And because I asked about that question, that they took as I can't afford it. I didn't say if I could or not. I was just inquiring, and it just made me feel like, okay, I understand there's a financial component, but I just felt like, is that the most important thing here? Is that where I want to be? So I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just sharing. That's what happened.
It was a little weird.
It was a little weird. She came off a little hot.
And I think it was a little weird, and I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. Right?
Yeah, they were lovely people too. I bet the center's awesome.
I'm sure she was weirded out by whatever it was that was said to her that prompted that call also. So,
well, I'll tell you what it was, because she told me. She said that the doctor usually gives a, this is a recommendation for this person, and they didn't. He didn't. I'm like, he was just focusing on that one question at the end there. We talked for an hour, but at any rate, maybe there was some miscommunication. But going back to the advocate part of this, advocating for yourself, feeling comfortable with whatever 100%. You work with or whom you work with is super important, because it could be the best thing in the world. But if it's not a match for you, it's okay, right? Yep. And we have other places and people and options, to discover later. Yeah. So, all right. Any questions about that?
Mona says that would concern me as well.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, it's interesting. It's interesting. She said, well, I don't know. She was glad I called her back right away. It was just like, I'm a little confused too. That's what I said. You're confused. I'm confused. I thought we had this really great conversation, and I just asked this one question. She's like, well, I was very upfront with the money, and da-da-da-da. I'm like, is this just about the money, or is it about the people? I don't know. Anyways, they're a lovely place, I'm sure.
Yes.
They invited us to come and take a tour, and they said that they would keep in touch. And so, but that was our experience. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Friday. That brings us to Friday. Friday, I met with a nutritionist through the City of Hope. they offer that. You have to request it. It was covered by my insurance. So I'm like, why not? Let's hear what she has to say. And so she met me through their online, it's like Zoom, but it's not Zoom. And so I want to share about, what she advised and how she's going to support me with whole food, plant-based lifestyle. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. She was very lovely. I explained to her kind of, where I've been food wise and shared, that I try to inspire and coach people to eat plants for health. And she said, I've tried so many different lifestyles of eating, different ways. She was mentioning keto and whole foods and vegan and Mediterranean and, all these ways, she said. And she said she does it so that she can understand where her clients or her patients are coming from. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I wrote down some things that City of Hope gives you a special binder when you become a patient filled with all
Not
kinds of things.
that you should go just for the binder thing, but
but they have all kinds of
you
goodies.
get a binder anywhere.
Yes, important phone numbers. They have naturopathic supportive services and a list of all kinds of things. That is really great. And so, anyways, I told her what I was currently eating, which I shared with you guys last time, and that is the low fiber diet. Wow, it's really been great for me because it has the feeling that I was getting some really bad like cramping, and I just was having a hard time processing all the fiber when it pretty much went away. But because I'm not eating all that fiber and all those plants and all that stuff that I want so badly, those big salads and beans and all of that wonderful, beautiful rainbow colors, my energy is really low and I feel a little, I don't believe that my calories are stellar. And so I was wanting to talk to her about it. So I shared all the stuff that I'm doing. And she mentioned another thing, rice crackers would be good. You can put peanut butter on it or whatever. So I thought, oh, rice crackers. Wow, it's been a while, but okay, I could do that. She said, watermelon was okay if you chew it really well. It's got a lot of water, and because I kind of was like, not doing much fruit except for the bananas. And I talked about papaya. And she said, if your papaya is really, 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 really ripe and super fresh, well, we're not in Costa Rica anymore. So the papaya the papaya that I bought is not, there's parts of it that are soft and parts of it that aren't. And she said, if you want to cut the soft ones out and then put it through like a strainer, you could have it. So I think I'm just going to finish cutting it up and freezing it for another time. But she talked about plant-based cottage cheese. I don't know about you. I've never heard of it. We went to the store. We can't find it. I think that's
weird.
Yeah. Did anybody ever heard of plant-based cottage cheese? I don't know. But she did say plant-based yogurt, and we did go shopping and looking at plant-based yogurts. You want to take the one out that we are trying? It's a Kate Hill.
Yep.
Let's just share that for a quick minute. I already opened it this morning. I tried it, so it's not done here. But this is the one that I decided to try based on the protein. I mean, I know we usually get so much protein, but right now, prior to the surgery, they really want me to up that and make sure that my calorie base is certain. And, it's not easy to do on a low fiber when you're whole food plant-based. But this is Kate Hill's Greek style. I don't know if you could see that. And this one is made with almond milk and soy. And it says 15 grams of protein, no sugar. This one is not flavored. And so, of the ones that we saw, we thought that this one was a good fit for our needs in this moment. And so if that's something that you're looking for, maybe you check it out. It just says plain, unsweetened, dairy-free. So, I just bought the one. I don't know, not crazy about this, but it's temporary. It's temporary. And so I'm open to it. Mona says, oh, let's see. Why are they worried about the fiber? Okay, yeah, good question. Because I have an 80% blockage in the colon where my mass is. And it's really difficult with an opening like this to get all that fiber and all that stuff through. And we do not want it to cause 100% blockage. That would be an emergency situation. And so by keeping things very low fiber for now, it's just a temporary thing until I get through the surgery. It should help to be able to still eat, still be able to pass, and that's what they told us. So let's see. Apple says, does Dr. Dr. B, everybody trips over his last name, consult with patients? I don't believe he does. I reckon he'd have some helpful perspectives. I bet he would. Yeah. So I have his book. I've looked. I don't believe that he goes with individual patients. I think that he used to, and I believe that he's a speaker more now. But you know what? Hey, it doesn't hurt to look again. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. And going back, Mona said, that's fab, Jennifer. Glad she's open to whole food plant-based. I know. And I know you're talking about this nutritionist. I was so thrilled. So the other thing she said, she said there's a protein drink. And I'm like, I am never touching Ensure or Boost or any of that nonsense. I'll just tell you right now. So she said, well, our company's been working with a company for a couple of years, and they are plant-based. They're organic and they're whole food plant-based. May I send you a small case? I don't know what a small case is. Isn't a case done by numbers? 24 in a case. Anyways, so I'm waiting for that. So when I get it, I will be sharing the name of the company. We'll be doing it together and we'll see what that's all about. But I was happy to hear that it wasn't with weird things in it, that it was plant-based, that it was organic, whole food, plant-based, organic. Okay. Wow. That would be amazing. And she said, being not in the hospital, right? Being a patient from home here still, she could send me that sample, but she said, if I like it and I want it when I'm in, she could get me some more. So I'm like, I will be open to look at it and taste it and try it with you guys. Okay. So we're waiting for that. And then she talked about something else that I don't have, that she's not going to send me a sample of. And I want to check it out. But it's by the company Nestle. I know, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, but I'm trying to be open. And it's called Impact Recovery, if anyone wants to look that up. It's supposed to be something for when you're recovering as you're trying to get back onto food. So I haven't checked that out yet, and I'm waiting for the other one. Now, some of my questions for her were, how can I make sure that I have food that I can eat while I'm in the hospital? And you know what she said to me? She said, your doctor, the surgeon, and the oncologist are amazing, and they will fight for you, and so will I, and I will visit you there, and I will make sure that you have what you need. Whole food? You would? Now, I was really excited. We'll have to see if that really unfolds that way, but wow, wouldn't that be awesome? So we'll see how that goes. I will definitely keep you posted, but I felt really good about that. Okay. Another reason maybe to go that direction. And then the last question, or one of the last questions I said, is when can I begin adding fiber in after surgery? And we don't have that answer, but slowly she will help me bring it in, and based on my recovery and when the surgeon says that it's, healed enough and that kind of thing. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So anyways, yes, Apple says, I hope they do fight for you. Thank you so much. And you know what? Anyone who is going to be in the hospital, ask. Don't just settle, oh, they're giving you something that you don't normally eat, and then your body's not used to it, and then you maybe eat it, and then you feel worse. No, let them know. I'd let them know. And maybe they have separate menus, or maybe they have people that will, change it. Is it going to be perfect? It probably isn't. It probably isn't. But is it okay for the hopefully a few days that you're in there? What's important to you about what they're serving you, and can you get around it? And so anyways, we have to talk for ourselves and make sure that people understand what is important to us, because a lot of these people, they're great at what they do, and they do not know a thing about nutrition. I mean, they just don't. And so that's okay. That's not their specialty. So let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I shared about that. Okay. So then that was Friday. Saturday, we were, I don't know, the whole family, we were just exhausted, mentally exhausted. I laid in bed for the day. I'm a terrible napper. It's very hard for me to sit still. Our whole family just rested. We were just resting. I just felt like the energy had been sucked out of me. I still hadn't made the decisions. I was just so concerned about, what I'm going to do and the timeline. And another thing was Sunday, if I was going with City of Hope, I had to do another prep for another colonoscopy. That was yesterday. And I recorded that up until going in there, and we'll be sharing that with you soon, because it was a different prep. And I wanted you to see how that went. Why did I have to do that? Well, I'll tell you. Okay, so first we had to get up at like 5:30. They wanted me to take a shower with this special soapy, scrubby stuff that I said I'm not using. I'm so defiant. And because I said, you're not cutting into me. I'm not using that. It's all these warnings about, rashes and, breathing and all this stuff. And I just said, I'm not doing this scrub right now. So I did talk to the nurse ahead of time, and we agreed that I could use Dial antibacterial soap. Okay, so I did that. So I had to do that the night before. The prep, we did the prep. I did the prep the night before. I took a shower, and then in the morning at, what was it, 5:30 in the morning, I did that. Got dressed. We drove 45 minutes to the City of Hope, and then I had my experience there and my colonoscopy. Now, why did they want to do another colonoscopy? The surgeon said that he, and you could help me with this if you want to, he really wanted to have his own measurements. And go ahead, you share.
I think it was just he wanted to see for himself what was going on, where it was, what it looked like. The reports that he had were all from a different provider, a different colonoscopy, a different session. So
the gastroenterologist.
I think he really just wanted to go in and say, I want to know exactly where it is, what it looks like, and what's going on around it, so that I can make the right decisions and not go on a fishing expedition while I'm inside your body.
The very first guy that we saw at a totally different place.
Yes.
You want to share what he said? That was kind of like,
he's like, yeah, it could be here, it could be over there. We'll find it when we get in there.
Well, he said, based on, I'll tell a little bit more. Here's the large intestine kind of shape that we showed last time, and it's supposed to be right here under the ribs and the transverse colon. And he said, well, if it is here, based on the measurements and things that the gastroenterologist told me, and he said, and they're not always right, and they're not great at math. This is what he's telling us. Then I would be doing this and taking that out. But if it's wrong, maybe it's on this side, then I would be doing this and taking this out. But if it's somewhere over here, and we're like, do you not know where it is? So it was kind of reassuring to hear that this guy said, I just want to know myself. So
And I want him to know also.
I just see Mona says, yes, that's it. Heba cleanse or whatever it is. Heba cleanse. Oh,
Cleanse,
I didn't use it.
yeah.
We have it. I don't know what to do with it. And then she said, you traveled 45 minutes with the colon prep? Yes, I did.
We did stop once, though. We did stop.
We stopped one time and I did great because I was really empty by the time we got there. Oh my God, brave girl. Well, you know, the things I do.
Yeah.
So anyways, what was I saying now? I kind of forgot.
The first guy didn't know where it was, wanted to just
Yeah.
got in there.
So this guy, okay, so first of all, he said he wanted to do this. And I'm thinking, if I'm going to do this cleanse and do this colonoscopy, then I'm for sure not going to the other guy. The other guy, we asked at the other system, I hope I'm not confusing everyone, this last one that we saw just a few days earlier that was able to squeeze us in early. I said, do you need any scans? Do you need anything else? Do you need any more colonoscopies? And he said, no, I have everything I need. And so that was something else we talked about. Is speed important or is like precise? Like this surgeon, he's like, I want to see so that when I go in, because they want to do robotic, and he was he wants to see everything. And I said, well, isn't that something that you would do at the same time, right? You go in, you see, and then you can do this. And he said, no, you can't do it that way, because when you do a colonoscopy, they put air in so that they can see everything. And he said the surgery that's robotic is like laparoscopy, where they make incisions on here, little tiny things here and there. So it would be like it would be like a room with balloons and you're trying to see. So he said, you have to do one and then the other. Now, I'm shocked the gastroenterologist didn't ink it. Normally they do. Yes, he did. He did ink it.
Mm-hmm. He
did ink it. But this guy said he still wanted to do it himself. So yes, I apologize if I didn't mention that. And what that means is it's like a tattoo. They make a little marking where they, know where the, on both sides of the mass or the questionable gnarliness. And so what he didn't tell me is what, if anything, different he was going to do. We just heard that he was going to go in and check everything and make sure the measurements are good and make sure that it hasn't grown, that it's still safe for us to wait a little bit longer for the surgery, and so on. And so afterwards, I got this little card from him, this little card. And this little card says it's a patient card and it's microtech endoscopy. And apparently he put in some clips, metal clips. I'm like, metal clips? No one told me anything about that. And the reason I have this card is because if I have an MRI or if there's any type of X-ray or anything, you have to let people know that you have clips. Now, I had a freak out. I was really upset. But after researching it, I realized that is somebody would do that for preciseness. And when they take the piece out, they take the clips out. So it's temporary. So I was like, okay, all right. Has anyone heard about these clips? I tried to look them up. I'm still trying to understand how they operate. And if I ever figure that out, I'll share it with you. So after that, they also, the nurse was fabulous there. They let Todd come in the back with me. The other place did not. They gave me oxygen. The other place did not. I'm not comparing. I'm just sharing the difference experience. And they were just really, really great. They were fine with me waiting as long as I needed to until I was ready to go. And so, I guess after that, I decided you supported me. We're going to go with City of Hope 100%. We canceled the other appointments that we had. I didn't want to take up valuable time or waste anyone's time, but I just felt like with all these things leading up, it's just going to be better. And so they are going to, the next thing that we're going to do is we have an appointment to go for blood work and wound care on the 28th. And the blood work is called
Test and screen.
Test and screen.
Test and screen.
And that means testing to find out what type and screen, not test and screen.
Type and screen.
Type and screen. I rewound.
Type and
like
screen. Like this is a VCR?
Or a cassette tape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Type and screen, meaning they're going to check the blood type that I have, and then they're going to screen for anything that might be a flag. God forbid, if I needed blood, it would match perfectly. I don't know if they're going to take my own blood as well, just to have in case of anything like that. But nobody else has said anything about that. And so after that, that's the next appointment. And then after that is the surgery date. And the surgery date is scheduled unless they have a cancellation for May 5th.
May 5th.
Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. Oh my gosh. So let's see. Apple 369. Do you declare your internal clips at the airport security? Yeah, I think you do.
I don't know. We should go on a trip and find out.
No, I think you really do.
I think we should test it.
Jeez. May 5th is only a few weeks away. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. And then Mona says, yes, they do it for breast tumors as well. I still have mine. Okay. So yeah, well, at any rate, I was saying to Todd, how could they not tell me about this? But what I'm understanding is that it's pretty standard protocol. I just didn't know that because I've never been here before. And so it was a little shocking, a little surprising. But we're going to go in on the 5th. And we have a third prep for that. And it's different than the other two. Oh my gosh. So we'll be sharing about that. And so, yeah, I want to also talk about some cramping I've been having, which is one of the reasons I'm not wearing my weighted vest today. I'm having some cramping and just dealing with things. They said it's normal, because they were in there and whatever, but it's really subsided. But I thought, well, I'm not going to weigh that down. So I decided to wear these instead. And I rested a lot of today. A lot of things that I'm trying to do right now to help myself so far is gentle care. Gentle care. What is that? For me, it's warm baths, soaking, green tea, or warm liquids. Right here, this guy right here is ginger. Just ginger, steeped ginger, and can have it cold or hot. Just warm, things that are warm. Gentle smoothies. I showed you a smoothie, and I've also since then tried another one, and it was basically just really stripped down from that one. It just had the bananas, and so it was like 2.5 frozen bananas, a chunk of the silken tofu that I shared on the last one, which was probably about a fifth or a quarter of it, and a cup of soy milk, and some vanilla bean powder. Now, if you want to get into plant-based protein powders, you could add that, or you could skip it. But I like the silken tofu and the drink, the soy milk, to help with the protein. So, and that seemed to be really good too. Another thing is I am doing pasta, rice, and they're white pastas in rice, which is weird. And you know what I really like? White pasta with like 2 sliced up black olives. I know, really odd. Never thought I'd be like advocating for that. Steamed vegetables like carrots and zucchini, all the skin peeled. And that's what I'm doing. And I shared with you a little bit about, how the low fiber diet's making me feel physically and mentally. But, there are some other things that I'm trying to implement already about, my idea for a list. I want to share, I want to put together a list. So maybe like a spreadsheet or something to help me navigate all the things that I want to remember to implement as I'm allowed to. And so we are hopefully going to put that in. A lot of people have been sharing great ideas, and some of the online places that I shared, like Crispy Cancer and some of the other ones, also have things like different teas and powders and like amla powder and, you know, just different things that I want to implement. All right, so how about we make some carrot juice? Any other questions or anything, Todd, you see?
No.
Oh, Mona says, Mona Arendt, she is really, really smart here. It is standard, but they should have told you. Yeah, I thought so too. They should tell everybody everything. I know he was such a gentle guy. I think he just didn't want to freak me out, but he should let me decide if I'm going to freak out. And Veg Knowledge, JJ, hey, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. We are about to make some carrot juice. And so I've got my juicer here. And being on a low fiber diet for now, I have been peeling my carrots, which I would never normally do, but I have some non-peeled here. I've been just using this little peeler, and I have them right here. And what I want to do is add some carrots. Let's see, how many carrots do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, look at this, is a little guy, 8 carrots. I also am going to try a little bit of lemon we're going to add, and some cucumber. I'm going to get that prepared with you, and maybe a little ginger. And then we're going to strain it. So Todd, you're welcome to come and help if you want. But I'm just cutting off these little pieces here. I've already done this. Let's see.
Can I move this?
Yeah. Move that. That's great. Do you guys juice? Tell me, what is your favorite juice? I'm trying to slowly bring in juices ahead of time, just because I want to do it slowly and know what I can handle and what I can't handle. I made a really great one not too long ago, and then I wasn't sure if it was a little much or not, but I'm like, I don't think that's what it was. I think it was something else.
What can I do?
Okay, so you cut these into chunks.
Okay. And
I am going to take these two little cucumbers that I had, these little Persian cucumbers. I peeled them. Normally I wouldn't. Oh, here, babe, this is where you cut it. Okay. This board, because this is a really beautiful one, remember?
Okay.
Anyways, okay, here, I'll move it over for you.
Okay.
Here, let's see. This is a cute little apple board too. There you go. Whoa!
Oh, we almost lost one.
Yep. Okay, so while he's doing that, I'm going to move this knife. You didn't want that knife. I'm going to take these cucumbers and I'm going to scoop out the seeds. I always eat the seeds. I always eat the skin. But for now, I don't want any opportunity to have anything cause me any problems when we're this close to taking it out and throwing it in the bucket. So I'm just taking this tiny little spoon and I'm scooping this out here. And yeah, now the juicer is great because it pulls out, you know, everything, all the fiber, but I am on top of that going to be straining it again. And then if you could just cut these as well, honey, that would be great. Now, you could just do plain carrot, but I thought, well, how can I up it a little bit? So I thought it would be wonderful to add in a couple other things here. Let's see. You're quick, babe. You're quick.
Knocking it out.
Okay. And then go ahead and start putting it in the hopper. The hopper.
The hopper. Are you in Boston?
Okay. No, not yet. Not in Boston yet. Okay. So yeah, I've got some lemon. I'm going to go ahead and here, babe, you want to take this
put it in the hopper.
Yep. Put it in the hopper. In the hopper. Here. Awesome. Yay, you guys. Let's see. Oh, what kind of juicer is that? This is the Nama
J.
No. Yeah, that's the milk machine we have. This is the Nama J2, right? J2, Nama J2. And I really, really like it. I've been juicing, Deborah says, I've been juicing carrots, cucumber, beets, bell pepper, parsley, tomato. It's like a V8 juice. Ooh, that sounds really, really good. Oh, Judy says, I have to leave. Jennifer, thanks for the update, and I will continue to keep you filled in my prayers. Hang in there. Thank you so much. We're going to be winding down here in a few minutes, and so feel free to watch the end later when you can, if you're interested. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I want to peel this skin off. Normally I would just put the whole thing in, but we're doing things differently. Do you want to peel a little bit of the ginger for me with the spoon?
How much is a little bit?
How about just,
a finger?
Yeah, maybe just part of this. I love ginger, but some people, if it's too strong, then you can just take a little bit and do a little less. Oh my goodness. All right, so here we go. I cut that up. I'm getting out all the seeds. There's a lot of fiber here, but we'll catch it. We will catch it. And then as soon as he's done with that, we'll pop that in there and we are ready to go. I can actually even start doing it. You mentioned beets, and I'm kind of like staying away from the really vibrant colors because I'm so programmed. Colonoscopy, you can't have anything red, you can't have anything orange, you can't have anything purple. But I have a few weeks, so I guess technically I could, as long as the fiber was removed. And Apple 369 says, I also like to juice turmeric and ginger and freeze it in ice cube trays for little shots. I love that. I have turmeric and ginger that we buy at I like your way better because it's, fresh, but we buy it at the farmer's market and I do it in shots. But for now I'm not, because there is some fiber in it. And, I'm just gonna make it through a few weeks and hopefully, as soon as they say I'm good, I'm gonna be going full force, guys. Cannot wait. I have so many yummy, delicious ideas for healing foods and all of that. Wow, look at Todd. He did such a great job. Thanks, babe.
It's ginger.
It's ginger, and I'm just gonna cut it a little bit. There's a lot of ginger, so that's okay. All right, you want to do the honors?
I smell like ginger.
Yeah, okay, I'll do the honors. He's gonna wash. So anyways, and that's it. So we're gonna let that go, cycle through. The fiber is gonna come out here. If you're not familiar with this machine, we will put a link in the description after. Yes, Todd? So
sure.
People can check it out and and do that. Okay, so while that's happening, I'm gonna rinse my hands too, but I wanna show them the turmeric ginger shot that we buy, but you don't have to buy it. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Oops, let's see if I can find it. Aha, here it is.
You found it.
Here it is. I'm in the refrigerator. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm shaking it up.
That stuff.
This stuff. Look at this. I haven't been able to use it, so it was kind of coming apart, but this is called Get Raw Ginger Turmeric Wellness Shot Mix. Isn't that funny? And this one is honey-free. They sell them with honey. They sell them with juice. This thing is strong as could be. This is amazing, and I love that you make your own and that you put it in little shots in ice cube trays. I mean, there's so much stuff you could do yourself. For now, I'm going to just hold on to this until they give me the red light. The red light? The green light.
Green light.
Green light for go. And so anyways, this is just about done. And sometimes I like to let it go, but I'm going to just go ahead and lift it up. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. There's nothing, I don't think, more healing than plants. And if you can't have it in its whole form, figure out a way to have it, right? And so that's what I'm doing. And I think this is going down to the end. I'm going to stop it. We didn't really get to have a dance party today. That's okay. That's okay. This didn't really allow us, but what it did allow us to do is have this. So, you could save this, the pulp, if you want. We have started saving some because I'm hoping to do some different kind of recipes when I'm able to have that. And just that little bit, it didn't make a whole heck of a lot. So I could double it or triple it. Let's see what we have here. 10 ounces. Well, you know, I'm used to doing like, I don't know, 64 more ounces, but that's okay. This is just a sample. And so I'm going to go ahead and strain it again. And I have this little strainer, and this is what I'm going to do. Just pour it to collect a little bit more fiber, even though fiber is so amazing for you. Unless you have a real reason, have as much fiber as you can. I think it's just so good for us. And I cannot begin to tell you, I really feel the difference. I just took this chopstick spoon thing, and I'm just kind of letting it strain a little. I'm even gonna, what were you gonna say, honey? You're looking at me like.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, okay. So then I just rinsed it a little bit, just so that it doesn't plug it up. Here we go, and we are about to try it. And I have plenty more. I can make plenty more. It's always good if you're going to make it, do it all at once, because when you have the machine out and then you have to dirty it and stuff, make a lot. You can put it in the refrigerator. All is good. Okay. So here we go. Did you want to taste a little with me? Should I pour a little in a different glass or get a straw?
We can drink from the same glass.
Yeah. Okay. Here I go. I'm going to taste this.
Do it.
Man, I love it. I love it. Let's see. Because he doesn't drink ginger and lemon the way I do.
No, it's good. I like it. So a carrot is naturally sweet.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Oh, that's weird.
You look at it and you wouldn't think, I don't know, maybe you would. Anyway, it's naturally sweet, and the ginger gives it a little snap.
A little snap.
Really
and
good.
the lemon too.
And the lemon, yeah.
And the cucumber, you don't even really taste the
It's
cucumber.
good.
So
it's far milder than the stuff we buy.
Oh, by far. I mean, this has turmeric and ginger alone.
That is a hi, how you doing? I'm going to wake up your face.
Yeah, it even just makes me say that. Let's see what's in it. It just says purified water, organic lemon juice, organic turmeric, organic ginger, organic ground black pepper to activate the turmeric.
Yep.
And it's amazing. Yeah, I mean, the color is even different. It's not the same, but we were talking about it. Yeah. So anyways, do we have any last minute questions or anything? I want to thank you all for spending this time with me or with us today. We are so grateful and proud to have you here sharing and supporting each other and us as well. You are our extended family, and we love you all. We really do. And I just want to make sure, no last questions. Thank you so much for your patience. Please remember, guys, don't forget to eat your greens. Eat your greens and give plants a chance. They will not let you down. Right, Todd?
That's correct.
I really believe that. And I know it to be true. So take care, everyone, and we will see you next time. Thank you, Todd and Slate. Bye for now, everyone.